All right, so Ari asked a question here that in the Gemara many times we find the Tanaim or Moraim saying, they see a person doing something and they say, oh, I wish, thank you, I wish I could do the same thing to be Zoche Le'olam Haba and so on and so forth, right? So the question was, what was the question?
And he explained that mindset we're supposed to do everything.
Okay, how do you explain the mindset? It's very simple. Look, for example, at the Gemara brings Rabbi Chania ben Teradion. The person gave his life on Talmud Torah. Gave his life on Talmud Torah. Right now, not only he gave his life, he put his life in danger, he also was wrapped with the Sefer Torah and he was set on fire. And one of his colleagues come to him and said to him, is there anything in your hand to, anything you had done to be Zoche Le'olam Haba? He said, let me think. Yeah, one time I had in my pocket my money of Purim and money of Ma'ot mixed together and I gave it all. Wait, what? That's it? How about? What do you mean? I gave my life until Mutarah. These people were not aware of where they're holding, and they're not aware of what they did. On the contrary, they were very aware of who they are. They were very aware of what they did. However, they did not let it go to their heads. They were saying, maybe when you go into such a high level, you look at the nitty-gritty, you look at cracks beyond the ability of the average person to look at. So they're saying, look, this person, and that's the kindness in them. They look at another person and says, he did an act of absolutely lishma, absolutely with no ulterior motives. With everything that I did, maybe there is some smidgen of ulterior motives that would blemish that, and as a result I would not be able to reach such a high level. Great people are measured by how much they appreciate what somebody else does to them, not what they had done and they want the recognition and Aleinu l'shabeach, God save the Queen kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? The story of the Ari is when one time he said, he came to Mahar Baruch Chaim Vital, and he says, they were talking. I said, I saw this person who was a big tzaddik, and he was wearing black. I said, why are you wearing black? And he says, well, I was elevated now to a different level in Olam Haba, and in that level, they're makpid kechut se'ara. And one time, they're very particular in that level. And at one time, I carried some sand in my shoes or my sandals. I guess that's what they call it, sandals, because there was sand inside. But and even though it's psik reisha de lo nichale, still I carried it arba amot. And at this level, they are so particular that even in a psik reisha de lo nichale, they are makpid. On that he said, "En menucha l'rashaim afilu ba'olam haba, en menucha l'tzadikim afilu." They're running from chayil to chayil, right? The Gemara says, "Olchim michayil el chayil." Even then, they're busy. Well, what does that mean? It means at every level we're being more careful on you and what you do and so on and so forth. So something that for a regular person will be a wow, this is like an angel. But for a person on that level, even this is one of the reasons of tzaddik ve'alo rasha v'tovlo. Why righteous people suffer? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is makpid with the tzaddikim. Not because he is mean to them. Not that he's saying, you're a tzaddik, okay, good boy, let me smack you a little bit here. No, on the contrary. First of all, he wants to refine himself, and he wants him to finish with stuff here so he can go straight up to Olam Haba, clean. Ve'arasha, okay, do whatever you want. Olam Haba, habibi, don't worry, we make a cheshbon with you. And this is the greatness of the people. And that's the problem. What makes you great is the humbleness inside of you. And that's the problem that we have here all the time in our generation. For me, I don't want to learn with these people. This is not to my level. You still are learning. You still are talking about this. You're still doing Rashi and I want to go. I'm going to go to the heavy guns. I want to learn. You're never going to learn. You're never going to learn. As I explained to you the other day, Your ability to grow and develop will depend on the ability in you to give from yourself to others, to give from yourself from the one sitting in front of you who needs you, to serve as a role model to people. And my bet still stays. Try it and you would not fail. If you failed and you tried it, I'll give you $1,000. It's impossible to fail. So don't bet with me because you're going to lose. That's the level of the tzaddikim. They knew where they are, but they kept on cleaning themselves, not to an OCD level of lack of purpose. Okay, how many times are you going to wash your hands? We're not talking about this. We're talking now on working on things on the micron level, when it's going to be smooth with no grooves in it whatsoever. Most people, it will be, okay, well, that's smooth. That's smooth. But hold on, let me put things down on the mic. Take glass, for example. Or take any smooth metal. Take wood, okay? You take the wood, it feels rough. You take the bark of it, it feels rough. Okay, no problem. So let's start sanding it down. Sand it down. We're going to go down the grid. We're going to go from like 25 to 50. Then we're going to go 100. 150, 200, and so on and so forth. Then we'll reach to 1,000. Then we're going to reach a level. We're going to take the separation sandpaper. Then we're going to put it a little bit with water. It's going to make it as smooth as glass. Right? Who wants to go to such effort? Yeah, get me the sander. Clean. But those who are really concerned and take very pride, they're proud of what they did, take pride in their let's say craftsmanship. They want the sofa, the chair, the table they make to be smooth. They're going to work on details. And yet, if you put it in a microscope, you see it's not smooth. If you put it in an electronic microscope, it's bichlal, it's like Grand Canyons there. To your surface, on the surface it feels. But you go a little bit below the surface. Those tzaddikim, they were so careful, and yet did not hold anything of themselves. They were going down on themselves on the level of an electronic microscope. They wanted at that level be smooth. So they were astonished with such an act of a person. They didn't say, oh, to my level, this guy, who is this guy? So they say, I don't know, woodcutter. He's not capable of doing anything. I said, no, my goodness, look what he did. I wish I could do so. The itlahavut, the enthusiasm of something of that sort is really amazing. And that's what makes them to become who they are. I hope that answers your question.